Some use the phrase once in a blue moon when referring to the unusual, so it kind of seems fitting that 2020 would have such a phenomenon. A blue moon rises this Saturday, but what exactly is it and how rare is it? The answers are in this week's Heather's Weather Wise. There are actually two different types of a blue moon. The first and the oldest definition refers to the third full moon out of 4 in an entire season, where a season is defined as the time between a solstice and an equinox. The second type of blue moon is more common these days, and it refers to the second full moon in one calendar month, or a calendrial full moon. That's what we've got coming up this time around. This year's Halloween blue moon will be the first since March of 2018. Before that, January 2018, and before that, it was July of 2015. It's no coincidence that all of those blue moons came in a month with 31 days. It's not a requirement, but it definitely helps the odds. That's because the lunar cycle, the time it takes to go from new moon through waxing crescent, gibbous, all that fun stuff, and then back to new moon is about 29.5 days. So sorry, February, no blue moons for you. Now, as an aside and out of my own curiosity, I went and looked up why our calendar months all have varying amounts of days. And it turns out, of course, that answer is a little bit more complicated. But at their origin, the idea of the month was created to at least loosely follow the lunar cycle. Now, over a couple thousand years, there were a couple of changes to make up the math just a little bit, and here we are. Assuming no one decides to change the calendars again anytime soon, the next calendrical blue moon won't come until August of 2023. Now the real question. Will we actually be able to see Saturday night's blue moon? Moonrise is right at 6:28. That's when the moon itself comes up above the horizon, and it'll peak at an angle above the horizon at about 55 degrees a few hours later. And by then, things should be looking good. Literally. The sky should be mainly clear, winds will be light, and temperatures will be in the mid-40s. That's it for this week's Heather's Weather Wise. I'll see you next week with a new topic, but until then, remember it's good to be a geek.